Okay, so these are my standards for a spiritual teacher. I mentioned in a previous video that I pursued spirituality independently without a teacher, and it's because nobody really satisfied some of my, I guess you could call them formerly implicit criteria for a spiritual teacher. So I'm not saying anybody else out there should adopt these standards, but I have these, and I believe they've kept me safe from various sorts of cult leaders and snake oil salesmen, okay? So this is my list of criteria. I'm not asking anyone to adopt this set of criteria for themselves, but I think you will figure out very quickly why it kept me safe. So here we go. Okay. They're not rich. They work a normal job. They're either single or monogamous, not polyamorous. They don't smoke or drink. If they sin in any way, they don't hide their sins behind embellished appearances. They're honest about, their sins and mistakes and flaws. They have a history of costly private prosociality. They treat people as humans first and worldview carriers second. They don't own anything fancy or luxurious. They often seek criticism or feedback. And they never accept money in exchange for spiritual insight or wisdom. So that's my set of criteria for a spiritual teacher. If you meet all those standards, then I may seek spiritual insight from you. But if you don't meet those standards, then I will not only not seek you out, I may actually criticize you at some point. Okay, so obviously there are, spiritual and religious authorities who are, maybe they're wealthy and they may have earned their wealth through honest, meritorious work. But when you're ethnically Indian, as I am, and you grow up watching different kinds of gurus and spiritual instructors get revered and kind of sometimes rise to prominence and then fall precipitously after they start, leeching money out of people or, like abusing female students or something, then you realize like you have to have your guard up and keep your wits about you when you're picking someone from whom to, considerately extract spiritual insights. So, yeah, this is just some food for thought, okay? There are various sorts of cults of personality and cult follower dynamics in society that don't necessarily pertain to something that can precisely be defined as a cult. So there's someone out there who is a part of a cult of personality, and his followers have a habit of finding ways to rationalize literally everything he does as though it's part of some master plan. Perhaps you know a certain politically powerful person I'm hinting at here. But yeah, outside of that sort of maybe perversely dysfunctional dynamic, you will find that wisdom, prescient wisdom, can often come from people who are just outwardly unremarkable, but inwardly they have like genuinely pure intentions, and they keep kindling a sort of yearning to prove heroic one day in an instance that nobody's going to be bearing witness to. All right? Something to think about. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay sharp and sober, and God bless you.